Hi writers, today we're doing Argument Essays, Session 3, Angling Evidence to Support Specific Points. Today I want to teach you that writers angle their evidence to convince their readers that their argument is valid. Writers don't just plop down facts, quotes, and statistics expecting their evidence to speak for itself. Instead, writers explain how the evidence is significant, showing how that evidence illustrates each point. You need to realize that stuff is rarely going to make a point for you all on its own. You are going to have to take a quote or take a statistic and tell the reader how that supports your point, how that is evidence that you want to use to support your position. Now, when we read Hijinks Shootout, a lot of you said, well, this doesn't support either side. Right, so you were supposed to take statistics or take a quote from that and show me how that quote supported your position. Today I'm going to take the same quote from Hijinks Shootout and I'm going to show you how it can be used for an argument for violent role-playing games and how it can be used against or as an argument against violent role-playing games. So the quote that we're going to use is, "The judge makes a pie chart of death, the order of killing assignments, which he or she then distributes to squads shortly before opening day." The other quote is, "I'm looking for some good massacres early," this judge said as the competition began the second week in May. "I've arranged at least one boyfriend-girlfriend kill that should be interesting." Now, the way I could angle this in support of role-playing games is to say this. This evidence shows that role-playing games, including these violent ones like Killer, are good for kids. For example, some kids end up taking on leadership positions with a lot of responsibility in those games, and they show a lot of initiative, like when the judge in this game thought carefully about the order of the killing assignments. Now I'm going to take this same quote and go against role-playing games. So this is how I would use it if I was going against it. Same quote about the judge making the pie chart of death, and I'm looking for good massacres early. This same quote I'm going to use going against it. This evidence shows that these role-playing games are not good for kids. In particular, they give kids too much power over each other. For example, the judge in this game of Killer sets up the squads and the order of the killings, and that means he sets upperclassmen against underclassmen. He sets girlfriends and boyfriends against each other. It's just too much power for one kid to have over his classmates. So see how I took the same quote and told the reader how it supports my position and angled it to support my position. I want you guys, when you're doing research, and I'm going to give you some more articles to pull from to add to your essay, to your rough draft, I want you guys to read through and pull quotes that you're going to be able to angle and explain to the reader why this supports your point, your position, your thesis statement. So we're going to get started. I look forward to reading your writing and how you angle research to support your position.